Inside Out 2 is a movie that personally, when I first heard that it was coming out with a sequel, I couldn't care less. Like, that sequel seemed less important to me than flossing my teeth because the first movie came out 9 years ago and I kind of forgot about it. However, after hearing the production process of this movie and watching the trailer for Inside Out 2, I am more excited about this movie than I probably should be, and I just want to talk about the production to explain why I think this movie will be a slam dunk. Now, if you don't know, Inside Out 2 follows Riley, who's now a teenager and experiencing a whole new set of new emotions, that being anxiety, embarrassment, envy, and ennui or boredom. And clearly they are Avenger level threats because they booted all of the original emotions into a jar to bottle them up, and now it's time for those original emotions to get back into Riley's mind and calm her down before things go sideways. Now, this is exciting because my biggest critique looking back at the first film is that we got so much screen time with joy and sadness, but almost nothing regarding fear, anger, and disgust. But the fact that this movie is a battle between the original and new emotions means that we're going to be spending a lot more time with every emotion, so that's something fresh. Now, another thing that I want to mention was the fact that this movie was originally going to introduce another emotion into the film, that being shame. Now, on the surface, that seems interesting because everyone, especially in our teenage years, had to deal with shame. But the reason why Pixar decided not to go through with adding that emotion is because it would make the film too heavy. And when it comes to Pixar, they want to make their films as rewatchable as possible. And more often than not, when you watch a heavy movie, regardless of whether or not it's good, people don't want to go back and watch that movie because it was too heavy. However, according to a doctor Pixar consulted, he said that shame isn't actually an emotion because not everyone experiences shame. But the closest thing to shame is anxiety, which is something that is found in all of us. So just share a story with anxiety, or hell, make her the antagonist of the film, which is exactly what they did, and I think that was a great move. But the thing that I think has already ensured Disney that they have a hit is that they have screened 30-minute chunks of Inside Out 2 to a group of 9 teenage girls, and after they have watched those chunks, they would give notes as to what they saw and ask those girls to come back and do the same thing every single 4 months. Now, I think that this is a genius move because teenagers is the group that they are trying to relate to. So if they could appeal to that demographic, then they could probably appeal to older demographics because it means that they can relate back to their teenage years. And everyone knows that if you connect with a movie, it probably means that the movie was good and impactful. So clearly Pixar isn't here for a cash grab. They care about Inside Out 2, and they are pulling all the most innovative stops to ensure that this movie can appeal to the absolute largest audience possible. And after reading the plot and their production process, I think Disney is going to get a grand slam after months of having wet farts. But yeah, that's it. Bye.